Hello. So, this week, gaming. Let me start with stuff that is not games that I got. I got the Pokemon Mega Constructs Holiday Train. Um, build something new every week. Oh, that's cute. So it like breaks it down on the back here. You could build it in 4 separate weeks settings. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oops. No. All my games just flew on the floor. That's the kind of luck I have. Let's not fall, please. That's not nice. Oh, come on. Whew. I guess I should have saw that one coming. Anyway. Oh, I ordered it around the same time that I had ordered Pokemon cards that I opened. On stream and uploaded the video to YouTube at some point, whatever. I wanted to get that because I've been wanting to get a Pokemon train type thing because it sounds cool. Um, and it was on sale. I forget how much it was. It was on sale though. All right, I paid full price for this because I couldn't find it on sale, but that's okay. Yoop. I had to get the Hello Kitty tree that I saw on Walmart. It was exciting. I probably paid more than I should have for it, but I wanted it, and now I have my Hello Kitty tree, and I'm happy. All right, now let's do the games before they fall again. They're trying to fall on me. So this one I don't have a case for, but I went and got it finally. I've been wanting to get this 3DS game, Disney Art Academy, but that's sad. Now I do these games. They won't stop falling. So, a lot of these games I got on sale. Trying to remember if any of them were not on sale. I think they all were, yeah. They were on sale on one website or another. Some I got through Amazon, some I got through Video Games Plus. And I can't remember everything. Alright. I got this game finally. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. I had been debating whether or not to get this game. It was on sale, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it because it is on sale. So I'm not 100% sure how it plays, but it's one of those roguelike combat games. I'm thinking it plays like Silent Hope, which I enjoy if I'm not just sitting there and playing straight through it. If I'm playing straight through it, that's when I get annoyed with the game. This is a game I've been putting off getting, but I finally saw it on sale, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It's called Fresh Start. From what I understand, you just kind of go around like watering plants and cleaning stuff and whatever. I'm not really 100% sure what all you do, but I do know you are helping nature. You're cleaning up and taking care of nature because they need help. And there's like various animals that you interact with. I guess that's the best way of explaining it. The animals just kind of walk up to you and I guess appreciate your assistance. I don't know. I do know that they are adorable, and it's definitely the kind of thing I would like. I like the little bunny up front. Little bunny. It's definitely the kind of game that I could see myself just playing for fun, and it's kind of why I was like, you know what, I can get it now. Um, it wasn't like a big sale. I think it was only like $10 off, but I've been wanting to get it anyways, so I just went ahead and got it. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. I was like, what's the full name again? Um, I like growing my Switch 2 collection because, of course, I do. I also like the Dragon Quest series. I played one already a while ago on the Switch. I had paid for it, digitally downloaded it, played the game. I guess it's technically like the mobile port or whatever version. This version, I guess, has like more stuff in it has been added, from what I understand. Does it say? Yeah, studying reimagining. Engage strategic combat. Explore charming world. Fulfill your destiny. Yeah, I guess it doesn't mention it on here. I saw it mentioned at some point. Somebody had shared it on Twitter. There is new interactions and storyline stuff, even in the first one. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm replaying the first Dragon Quest game. I actually really liked it though, even though there's not a lot of story in the original. It's kind of, you need to go here, and then that was it. This game I kept putting off because it costed too much, but it was on sale on VGP as part of their Black Friday sale, and I was like, yes, finally I can afford this game. I'm gonna get it, because there was no way I was paying $50 for this game. I got it. I think it was around like $20 or something like that. But yeah, 9 RIP. It is a visual novel I've been debating about getting for quite a while, over a year. Let's put it that way. It's something I've been thinking about for over a year. Anyways, it's kind of a strange one. It straight up tells you on the back of the game, this game contains content that may be distressing or unsuitable for some players. Player discretion is advised. And it's like, okay. It's not really explained or hinted at on the cover, or even with her being like, oh my gosh, these people are too loud and annoying. So they talk about the fact that there's prowling ghosts, people disappearing to places mysterious, strange, and maybe even a little scary. That's when fate offers you a hand when you take the step. You would take the chance to step into the unknown. And I guess that's kind of essentially what's going on. And that's why it's distressing. There's definitely some, yeah. Like, I skipped one of the sentences even because it kind of, I guess I guess you could say it hinted at like suicide at first. I'm like, wait, what? And then it's like, okay, wait, no. They're talking about running away, I guess. And I don't know. It's definitely like it interacts with like death, the supernatural, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was like, I like crazy. I don't know why I do. I like the more wildly intriguing visual novels. They hold my attention better. Yeah, back to the normal land. Got Bleach Rebirth of Souls. This was $20 on Amazon. It was part of its Black Friday sale things. Accept your soul and reverse fate. What? Anyways, it tells you follow the story of Ichiko Kurosaki. From what I understand, it actually does a decent job of kind of following the anime story or something like that. Compared to other Bleach games I have seen. I only own the DS one. I've not actually played any of the other ones. I've just kind of looked at them online and was like, yeah, that would just be stupid. This one actually looks decent. This one looks good. This one is something I actually will enjoy because it's not just straight up, here's some fights. There's actually some cutscenes and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. This one was just it. I think it was just marked down because it's marked down. Anyway, Hotel Barcelona. Got it on the Series X. So it is. Okay, does it tell me what it? I know it's like an action game. Does it explain what it is at all? All right. Yeah, battle through horror-themed floors. I know there's online co-op. I'm not gonna do that. Unleash brutal power. Who cares? So this is kind of cool. It's a haunted hotel, and there's serial killers in it. And there's a second personality living in your character's head, I guess. So it's your job to win, I guess. Guess that's a good way of explaining it. Anyway, it's like actiony stuff, and I like playing action games sometimes, even if I'm not very good at them. It's still fun to play the like platformy actiony games because they're interesting, and I like the story concept. It's actually interesting. It actually has like a horror theme to it that's not stupid. I've seen many stupid ones. This one's actually unique. I'm like, oh, okay. You go to this hotel basically to eliminate the bad guys, and you have your own personal issue you're dealing with while you're at it. I'm 100% behind that. Alrighty. Gal Guardians, Demon Purge. So this is the older of the two titles, which one that recently came out. Um, this is It straight up tells you actually on this one. It's a 2D side-scrolling adventure. You can play by yourself or with two players. Um, and you switch between the siblings. These girls are from the Galgun series, I guess. Not played the Galgun series, but this definitely looked like fun. And I like the concept of being able to switch between the two characters. So, it's interesting at least. I like that, like, one of the scenes. Oh, gosh. Camera. I like that one of the scenes is just them having tea. If my camera could cooperate. Just them having tea. Just sitting there, drinking some tea. Oh, so that'll be fun. Alright, and then obviously I get some RPG Edge. This was on sale. I forget how much it was. I think this is one of the more expensive ones, but it was Video Games Plus. Mercenaries Rebirth, Call of the Wild Links. I have another Mercenaries game that I had got. I think the same. I think I also got it through Video Games Plus. I'm not 100% sure. This is the second one I got that's part of the Mercenaries series. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. They look like fun to me. They're like tactical RPGs. Definitely my kind of thing. Alright. Another visual novel. I, for the longest time, thought I owned this, but I don't. So I finally bought it. Arcade Spirits. Oh gosh. So arcade's still like a big thing in this universe, unlike the real world. There's like all kinds of arcadeage, I guess. Anyways, it calls itself a romantic comedy. It's an alternative history where the arcade still reigns supreme. It says get to know the residents of the local funplex and discover a future filled with love and friendship. So, it's definitely very unique and interesting. I love the arcade theme and stuff. It's the sort of thing that I like to like see in games whenever they reference stuff I understand. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy that visual novel. It's definitely something I will like. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody doing a playthrough of it. I forget. I forget. It's been a long time. It was like back when it first came out. They played through one route, and I was like, I like that. That's cool. And then I thought I got it, but apparently I did not. No case cover because whatever. Got this just because I wanted to. No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle. I own number 1. I own. I think I own 3. Yeah, I own 3. I think the only one I don't have is Travis Strikes Back. So I was like, you know what? Go ahead, get this game. I forget how much I paid for it, honestly. I just was like, I don't mind getting it used. I want to get it on the Wii anyways. And now I have it. Alright, that's it for the stuff I got this last week. Games. I played through and finished 2 endings of the good old days. On the Switch. I can't remember if it's on other systems or not. I can't really find much about it at all either. There's no like walkthroughs or no full playthroughs of the game. So it was a lot of just kind of trial and error and trying to figure out what I can and can't do and where to go and what to do. Um, and what you do affects your ending basically. Like you could get money by gambling an area pretty early on in the game and not save any of your friends, which will get you an ending. You can save one friend and get an ending, and so on. You can just two. I think there's three altogether. I didn't go for like the completion thing. I went through the process of I saved two friends and I kept getting lost and getting a headache and there was a character that implied that um basically you need to find all the secret hidden paths and save your keys so you can give the keys to her and she'll do something for you. And I was just like, okay, game, you really want me to replay it that many times? And I was like, I like the concept, I'm just not that into that style of play. So I moved on. Besides, technically, had seen endings. It even just the ending where you was saving the first friend and nobody else was actually pretty decent. It implies, that you and your friends were still, got along anyways, despite you not saving everybody. Um, and the one you did save is calling you at at the end there, and that was kind of cool. Um, the ending that really shames you is if you don't save anybody. It's like, okay, I get it. You got me. You got me on that one. I think there's an ending if you don't um collect any treasures outside of like gambling or lottery or something. I'm just not sure. Because I know it is possible to collect the lottery tickets and not cash them in, and then they'll be in your inventory for you to cash in at the beginning of your next playthrough. And I think it's enough that you could pay off your debt. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't go through you know, because you'd also have to like be careful to like not accidentally jump into like one of the random hidden monies everywhere. So, I don't know. Anyway, it also implied there's different endings depending on how long it takes you to reach the end. I'm not sure if that means like finishing faster or if it means finishing slower. I wasn't going to experiment with all that, but it has a lot you can experiment with if it's your kind of thing. It's like a platform action adventure type game. I'm terrible at platforming games, so I was like not any good at the boss fight. I had to give up on that idea and go a different path. I I was constantly racking up time just because I couldn't jump across the places I was supposed to be jumping across. I would mess it up, and I'm like, oh, like come on, game, give me a break here. Anyway, outside of the struggles I had with the game, it was fun. Like I legit was having fun with it. I just I don't want to put that much time into figuring out how to complete it. Um, as fun as it is, it's just not my kind of game personally. It's definitely a good game though. I definitely could see how people would enjoy it. It's an interesting game. It just run around and collect stuff, and it's like a Metroidvania. As you go further, you get items that let you go to areas you couldn't go to before. Your friends have abilities that let you go to places you couldn't go to before. So, there's that. Then after I got done with that and gave myself a break, the next game I played was Yasha Legend of the Demon Blade. I just remember the name of it. Yeah, so Legend of the Demon Blade. Um, I've not got very far. Just like in Hades, I can't get very far because I'm not that good at it. It reminds me a lot of Hades with the way it plays. So you gotta choose your weapon, and then you exit, and the map is randomly generated, or it's supposed to be. I've noticed in the Yasha game though, it kind of seems like it's the same. I don't know if it's just because I didn't make it far enough or what. Because I'm still in chapter 1, or that means. As you go through the map, you beat up the enemies, and then there's like a boss fight, and then you beat up enemies, and there's a boss fight. Defeating bosses gets weapon stuff dropped, which you can then use to unlock the other swords if you choose. I chose to play as Shigure. There's 3 options. I chose basically the balanced middle option. That's what I'm calling her. She's not the fastest, but she's not the slowest. She's not the strongest, but she's not the weakest. So, balanced. I decided to start with her and her sword. I know each character has their own storyline, basically, and ending. So I started with Shigure. I unlocked some swords. I figured out I was pretty good with the water sword. I actually got pretty far with it. I got through various enemies. I defeated an octopus enemy. I defeated the crab enemy. I defeated some doggos. I might have defeated another one, but I can't remember. I do know that I was facing this, I don't know, wood creature thing. And it did this move where these like hands were coming at me and I couldn't defeat them fast enough to keep from being crushed. And I was like, that's not fair. Because I don't have a jump. There's no jump button. There's no ability to just like jump above the thing. I was like, oh, I need an alternate option. I can't beat them fast enough. But that's alright. Each time you lose, you go to this shrine thing and you can upgrade your skills. Or you can hold on to those and use the weapon drop things to upgrade your blade if you have like a blade you like a lot to use. I'm still experimenting with the swords, so I just upgraded my skills. I was like, let's heal more between areas and have more health at the start. I also gave myself the ability to revive once and the ability to dash 3 times instead of 2 because I like to dash. And they don't let me dash as much as I want. That's the only difference between it and Hades that's driving me crazy. My brain goes to Hades mode because I played that game the most when it comes to games like this. And I want to just dash between enemies, and you can't do that in this game. You can dash, but it's limited. And I'm like, ugh. This limit is killing me quite literally. If I get that out of my system, I might be okay. Especially when it comes to the first boss, the crab guy. Because he like chases you around the arena while spinning. And you gotta basically pace when dash, when not to. And try to make him just chase you across the arena without having to dash a bunch. He only spins for so long before he stops, and you can smack him around. I also need to figure out the timing on the parries because I keep messing it up, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm definitely doing something wrong. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm not pressing it at the right time. I don't know. I'm pressing it too late, too soon. Ah, it's so frustrating. But at the same time, it is so fun. It's very addictive. It's very easy. It's one of those, just one more. And you'll find yourself losing time and then be like, oh, I've already played for that long? Whoops. So, yeah, I've definitely had some fun with it. I'm getting decent at it. I feel like at the moment I start playing another game, that involves any kind of action in it, and I go back to that game, I'm just gonna mess myself up. But I don't know. It's just it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's I would say like if you like those type of games, like I only can compare it to Hades. I can't think of other games. Enter the Gungeon. It would definitely be a sort of thing that you would like. Each area you enter into, um, once you've went to the shrine because you got killed. When you first enter, you get a little orb thing, and you choose a trait or whatever to help you. When you clear that room, you get to choose a thing to help you. Oh yeah, there's also these little shrines. Sometimes the shrines just kind of give you money and that's it. But other times the shrines are special. A little black kitty jumps out, and it gives you food and items and stuff. Sometimes it actually gives you a healing item to help you. I had a kitty give me a rice ball and I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank you, kitty. Because it allowed me to play further. It allowed me to work hard, a little bit longer at trying to get better at the game. Next time I play, I unlock this flame sword I'm going to check out. It, like, makes a flame circle around your character, and anything in that flame circle gets blinged. And I'm like, ooh, I can set my enemies on fire. I don't know how well it will work since the beginning areas are water. But once I get past the octopus and enter into the next area, that's like a mixture of water and fire guys. Maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. It probably won't work very good on the fire guys. Now I think about it. I don't know. I do know I'm not crazy about the. I'm calling it the wind sword. I'm not. It's like a sword that makes like a shield around you. I'm not crazy about it. I was like, I don't really like playing so much on the defensive. I'd rather be able to keep attacking than keep at it. And I like being able to attack without having to be like right up against the enemy, which is why I like the fire circle. And that's why I like the water sword. The water sword can shoot water waves at the enemies. It doesn't do as much damage as actually coming up and smacking them with the sword. But it at least is a ranged attack. So I'm like, I like to have that, like, option. So I've been kind of having fun with that. I've been thinking about starting a new save file separate from that one, though. And playing as the, third option character. There's, like, this tiger guy who has, like, a bow and arrow. But he also could fight up close. I'm wondering if I won't do better with his character. Because even though he moves slower, he has a ranged attack right off the bat. And he has a up front attack, both. I'm like, ugh. I might actually do better using his character than her. Because I want to fight from afar. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I know part of my problem is just that I can't dash the way I want to. And it's frustrating to my like instinct to want to dash, and I'm like, I can't do it. Ah, stop trying to do it. Bad habits. Stop. All right. Oh goodness, that's everything, and it's probably a good thing because I'm starting to cough now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my random inputs about games and my shares of stuff I got. Until next time, bye bye.